Hello, welcome back to TubeTalk.
Hello, welcome back to TubeTalk. Last out of term tomorrow.
Yep. And then one more week in term 4, then I'm done.
Well, you're not done, and then you have to sit exams.
Yeah, and then I'm done.
And then you're done. Try and pass them.
Yo.
Goals for the year. Goals for life.
For life.
Goals for life. Here's getting long. We gotta cut it?
No, I think we'll keep going it out.
Oh.
See what happens.
We'll have to show people at some point.
It's not too long. Just average.
Oh, a couple more weeks, I think we'll show them.
Alright.
Alright, what's been happening? Racing wise.
Oh, racing wise. Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought we meant like overall, yeah. Well, Chenat got unlucky. It was beaten by Nose at Eagle Farm last week.
Yeah, just got held up and got the run through. Look, just got to run third and dived and missed by this much. Would have been 3 wins in a row. Probably the weight swing killed him, probably. It's 5 kilo swing between first and second. This is the horse that won him. So he's done a great job. He'll go out for a spell now, come back, be even better. Keep improving the imports.
Jay-Z didn't race because of the abandoned meeting.
Yeah, so it was a bit disappointing. She's going to race at Gowran Park and they just had a massive amount of rain. They called the meeting off, so she'll be another week away before she starts because she's improved from her debut, so I was really looking forward to seeing her run.
Oh, and the Wires in the semi-finals.
The Wires, up the Wires, they are, the semis.
Man, my dad had a little bet going on it, don't we?
We do have a little bit going on. Do you want to tell people what the bet is?
So for the next 15 years, if the Warriors get in the finals, my dad will pay for me, Jim, Sam, and myself.
Yeah, well, Jim's going to pay for him and Sam.
Oh yeah, but you'll pay for me and you to go to Sydney to watch the final. But after that, for the following 15 years, I have to pay for him.
Rest of your life.
No, you said following 15 years.
Okay, following 15
Yeah.
years. I think that was an awesome game. They won well.
Yeah.
But it's a different kettle of fish against the Broncos at home this week.
And the odds to win are like $1.30 and ours to win are like $4.80.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
But
Up the Wires!
yeah, up the Wires. And we've never had this sort of support before.
No, not for a long time.
This is our best chance, I reckon. Yeah. Okay.
For a long time.
This week,
Yes.
on Thursday at Woodville Race 2, we have Fork Lightning on debut.
She is on debut. Showing a nice little trial here, which she finished off well for third. Just a starting point for her. She's going to get over more ground than this. Midfield barrier, we'll just ride her relaxed and just ride her relaxed. Probably midfield one off, just let her get into a nice rhythm. I think she can finish off well. I think whatever she does, she'll improve for it. She's certainly not completely wound up, but nice filly going forward. And if she's hitting the line hard, we're going to be pretty happy. Probably looking to step her up to 1400 next up.
Race 4, Freedom Reigns.
So she won really well last prep, and then she was a subject of not a very good ride in a listed race, which she just ended up having such a tough run, and that just blew her campaign apart. So spelled, come back, trialled really nicely on the comeback trail. So this is just a kick-off point. She's got an outside barrier. She'll drift back to probably last or near last. We just want to get her relaxed and just want to see her run home well, and I think she will. I think very hard to win from her barrier draw coming from last, but I think she'll run well. I think she'll be hitting the line hard.
And at Ipswich Race 2 is Duke of Gordon.
He's a horse that has got very good ability, but he's been crying out for a wet track, and he has not got it all winter. And he hasn't gone bad races, but he just needs a bit of moisture. He's not going to get it tomorrow either, but I think that his last run in the city was very good. It's a drop in class. He's got a nice barrier drawer, and I think he is a good each-way chance at Ipswich.
And at Cranbourne Race 4, Pariah Pearl.
Nice filly, really good second behind a stakes horse 2 starts ago. Last start, she just hung a bit and around the turn, and she just couldn't quite get on the right leg. Still ran well, still ran a really nice race, but just couldn't quite corner things right. So she drops back from 1700 to 1600. She's only just a 3-odd filly, so she's going far enough. I think from this barrier draw, you can probably just ride her with a little bit more patience. She might just be 4th or 5th in the running. Just let her relax, back on a home track. and I think we'll see her run really well.
Then on Saturday at Tauranga, race 2 with GC.
So he's got 61 kilos, second up, over 1200, which is a bit short for him. We had Nikau Haley on board, who claims 4, but he isn't riding on Saturday now, he had a little track work accident. So we need to get a replacement jockey to bring his weight down from the 61 kilos. Next start, when he gets to 1400 metres, with this race under his belt, I think he'll be ready to run. He'll be ready to put his hoof in the till. I think this race is just a stepping stone to that, but I think we'll see him improved on his first up run.
Then at Awapuni, race 8, this is dramatic.
Really good fresh up run at Hastings for 5th. Covered a little bit of ground, hit the line hard. Nice draw this week. Over 1400, nice weight, good filly, good mare, I should say. Definite top 3 chance.
Then at Rosehill, race 3 is Logan Street Line.
So whether he runs here or not is a question mark. So he's got a nice barrier draw in the 1900 metre suits and Joe Moreira on board. All those things are very lovely. So if he runs, he should be able to get a nice run chance with Joe on board and be a very good each way chance. But we will also look at running at Bathurst on Sunday, because there's a race there which is a qualifier for the big dance. If you can run the first 2 in that race on Sunday, then the big dance on Melbourne Cup Day is worth $3 million, and the little dance, which should also qualify for, is worth $750,000. So we'll just wait for the draws to come out and decide where we're going to run him on the weekend, but he'll run at one of those 2 places, and wherever he runs, it's a very good top 3 chance. He's a horse that's never run out of the top 5 in his life.
It's quite impressive. Race 5, Alabama.
Backing up from last week, he ran in the Kingston Town. He just got a couple of bumps in the straight to him while to balance up, but still finished off nicely. Stepped up to 2400 metres, showing you a video here of his last time he ran at 2400 metres in Sydney, which was a listed race which he won. Joe Moreira on board, nice barrier draw, looks a good race for him. As long as he backs up well from last week, he can win.
Race 6 at Tissue.
Massive last start, huge. Should have won, or at least run second. They ran 0.4 of a second outside the track record over 1200. She got held up, couldn't get through, burst through late. Goes to 1400 metres this week, really suits her a lot better that distance, but she has got the outside barrier yet again, so she's going to have to drift back. She's going to have to probably be last on the outside. Hopefully there's good tempo on. If she doesn't get held up, she's a good winning chance, definite top 3 chance. Looks a good race for her. She's come up really well.
And then at Caulfield, race 5, we have Spade Casper.
Spade Casper, so one of our imports. First up, he was enormous, roared home. Second up, he just got, things didn't quite go his way, but he still got home really well. These imports, whatever they do in their first prep, their second prep, they just grow another leg and improve. And he's still in his first prep and he's showing excellent signs. He steps up to 2,000 metres, which really suits. He's got a bad barrier draw, so he's probably going to get back, but he'll be hitting line really hard. He's got no weight on his back. He's a good each way chance. There's a very good chance we won't run him though, because next week there's another 2,000 metre race on Saturday worth similar prize money, and it is a benchmark 70 as opposed to a benchmark 78, so he will race against probably a weaker field. And the big deciding factor is the barrier draw. He's got 11 this week. If we wait, we might get a bit better barrier draw. So at this stage, I'd say he's only 50-50 to run, but if he does run, he can run top 3.
And then on Sunday at the Cara race 1, we have Soul of Spain.
Yeah, up in Ireland. So one of our breeze up horses that we bought this year, Soul of Spain. You'll see here he had a nice little trial, what they call a work out a couple of weeks ago where he won. He's a lovely staying 3-year-old colt for next season. He's only 2. He debuts over a mile. Waiting for the fields to come out. Any rain won't bother him. He'll run well. He'll hit the line well. But we will not see the best of him until he's a 3-year-old going 2,000 metres and further. But he's a really nice stayer for the future.
Then Bear of the Week.
Stephen and Matt love this.
At Awapuni race 5 is Lily Laguna.
Yeah, $15, but even pay more.
Bloody hell.
She's had 2 starts over this distance for a win and a placing. She doesn't appear to have much form at the moment, but she's third up. She's raced open class, she's dropped to 75, and now she's dropped in weight down to 75. So she's dropped right down in weight. She's got a good draw, good record at the distance. Last start in a strong field at Premier Day at Hastings, things didn't quite go her way, and she got shuffled back at a bad time, and it wasn't a bad run. And I think from this barrier draw, she'll sit handier, and I think she's a good top 3 chance. I think she's $15, she may even drift further. So a really nice long shot for Saturday, Lily Laguna, Drink a Schooner.
And that's Hubbard of the Week, and that's TubeTalk.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Douglas, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Then This Is Dramatic. Defiance now into the clear, wider out from Guitar Man. Chavot going to Redmond. Then Kikimora. This Is Dramatic. Defiance still 3 lengths away. This Is Dramatic goes to Chavot and Redmond. It's This Is Dramatic. Redmond lifting. Chavot the inside. It's This Is Dramatic though for Go Racing. This Is Dramatic won the Champagne Stakes.